We haven't made an album for 7 or 8 years. When you've got 5 heads full of songs, you've got to get them out.
I think we were just ready. We were ready for, for new material. And I think, obviously, our fans are ready for it.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we did a studio album. So we were very overdue.
We kind of had the itch to write. We wanted to do some new music.
We set aside a month to actually get together in the studio and develop all these demos, stroke song ideas, riffs, whatever you want to call them.
We didn't get together to make an album. We got together to write a couple of songs.
We started writing this song because we didn't think it's worth doing an album this day and age.
We just said, well, let's just write some songs and see where we go.
We got 12 songs, like, immediately.
We've got an album right here.
The motivation behind it wasn't the normal one in the last 20-odd years where it's been a record company or an executive. It wasn't that at all. It was for the art part of it, for the love of making music.
We got together again in May to do a couple of weeks' work on those 12 songs and wrote 2 more. So we ended up with 14 songs.
One of the beauties of the songs on the new album is that there's very few songs that have got a brother or sister within the album. They're all kind of unique in their own way.
I think there's quite a few areas on the album where we've gone places that we've never been.
It covers all of the musical styles that the band has grown into and developed over the decades.
Every song's kind of got its own individuality, and I think that's pretty cool. It's just, we gave the treatment to the song that we thought it warranted.
There is a looseness and a rawness to it because they were done like as takes. They were played the way we would play them on stage.
We'd often talked about, we'd go, we're a great live band. We never record us live.
So we set up in the room where we had eye contact with each other, and over the first couple of weeks we knocked out just some pretty much straightforward rock songs.
It was a really organic sort of process, all being in, like I say, all in the same room, laying the songs down.
You'd start recording stuff and you'd get so inspired you'd actually finish another song off. And normally, again, like I said, historically that doesn't happen with Def Leppard. We sit there, we scratch our heads, well, we need some more, and it becomes very painstaking. This wasn't, it was based on inspiration and just flow. And so we've never had that, ever, in anything we've ever done.
A lot of the spark, the spontaneity that went into it, just sitting around putting these things down as a band, that was the thing that really translated. I think it comes through.
The way that we recorded this album, we didn't hide from our past, whether it be ours or anybody else's.
We all came of age musically in the early to mid-70s. The advent of the glam rock era. For me, it was Mark Bolan.
We've always said Def Leppard's our blueprint is Queen meets AC/DC.
Our influences have always been there in previous Leppard records.
On this one, I think you see some of the deeper influences come out. You definitely hear Led Zeppelin, you definitely hear the Beatles, you hear, like I said, you hear Stevie Wonder, you hear all the other stuff that's been, lurking around.
Our influences have not been, they've not been drained out because of the process of the recording. There's still an honesty within the recording and the songs, not being afraid to show the fact that I was, a fan of, The Who, or the Beatles, or Queen, or Def Leppard for that matter. It didn't really matter.
If you want me to name check every band that we sound like on this album, mostly we sound like Def Leppard.
Sometimes I feel I don't belong.
It would seem that I'm busier now than I've ever been.
The future looks very cool and rosy and good, if positive.
It is very rewarding for us to see our music transcend our generation and actually see these younger people coming to our shows, and they know the songs, they're singing along, you know.
And a lot of people, I think, they feel as though they're discovering Def Leppard for the first time.
There's an integrity to us that you don't see in a lot of other bands that have been around for a long time. They get the reunion thing, they're not really into the whole thing. We're real.
It's more of a working class honesty with Def Leppard. You know, we do our best, people come to be entertained, they know what they're gonna get. We still have the same passion, and we still have the same love for what we do.
The more we're around, the better we get. We're a better band, the singing's better, the production's better, the songwriting's better.
We're proud of each other, we're proud of what we do, we're proud of our families. We love being who we are. We're very fortunate, we feel very blessed.